That's strange. Do what? Yeah, that's fine.
I learned hard way to save often.
Yep. Just give me a sec here. Word. Use that one. Come on. I'm going to move us to the X4 room. You there?
Yep.
Okay. That way we're not in other chat room, voice rooms. Because I have a room just for explorers, you probably saw. All right, I'm at the main menu. You see my visual?
Yep.
Okay. In the main menu, when you go to timelines, you can worry about that. You don't need me for that. But if you go to play open universe, ouch, damn it, you're going to get two options down here. One's ghosted budgeted until you go through all the freaking tutorials and using an unmodified game. All right. The creative one is what I like to use. And here's where you can go. And notice all these game starts here. I've got some extras which came from mods. Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek. You also have a station design simulator. If you go into creative though, and as long as I reset this properly, you'll be able to go in here, give it your name, visuals, stuff like that, set up your money, and then you can remove any wares and stuff that you might want to start with or not start with. You can add blueprints. It might take a second to load like you're noticing. So if there's a delay, that's because it's loading them. All right. You can set your race and you can set your color that you're gonna play with, that kind of thing. Then you go and you can pick your starting ship, give it a name, the whole 9 yards, or you could even just start with a spacesuit, no ship. All right.
That would be tough.
Oh yeah. And then you can pick your ship. You can pick whatever you want, any size. You can select a loadout preset, or you can build your own, with the modules, etc. Plus, you can set your crew that you want when you're doing this as well for that. All right. For now, I'll just take this as default. We'll give it a high preset. All right. Confirm. And blah 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 blah. All right. You'll go to property next, and this is where. Although I wish they'd fix this or change this map. Notice my universe, how many places there are? That's because I have two mods that add a buttload of sectors, as you can see. All right, but the nice thing is, first it's showing me where I'll start for now, which is Argon Prime. Before I do this one, though, the property one, it's important to go to the story states. Because in my case, I've completed some of the campaigns already a couple of times, and I want to start a game, but I don't necessarily want to do those specific campaigns all over again. Like one is the headquarters. So I'm going to pick that as complete. I'm going to pick Terran COVID as complete, which is the Genesis thing. Actually, the HQ with Bozo Ta and the Genesis thing. Yaki, Pioneer, Terraforming. Here's the Genesis. And then some others, if you haven't finished them yet, you can set them up and whatever. The reason I always go with this because I've completed it so many times, I'm tired of doing it for sure. But once I've selected that one specifically, I'll go back to property, and you'll notice now it shows up down in Grand Exchange 1? You know how it started there for you? Or did you get it yet?
I've been in Grand Exchange, but it started me in Heretic End. Or
do you have your headquarters?
Yeah.
You have your headquarters?
I got that I got that space station. I did that scientist quest.
Yeah, for Genesis? Or was it a different one?
Or Boro
terraforming.
or whatever.
It was for terraforming. Okay, so you did the terraforming, and your station ended up in Heretic's End up here, is what you're saying? Let's see.
Yeah, well, I'm still working on it.
You haven't completed that yet. Okay. Well, eventually you get your headquarters, which is a station you're given, basically, by the game. All right? And right now it's in my default, because I picked human, was Grand Exchange 1 is where it started. But the nice thing about this creative editor is I can pick it up and I can move it to wherever I want. So let's say I want to move it to Getsufun. Come on. For some reason, let's see. I want to move it to Getsufun. And then I can move it wherever I want in Getsufun. So now I have my space station for my headquarters, because I've already completed the campaign. It'll start there instead of way down where it was. This is my private ship that I'll start in. That's in Argon Prime. I'm just going to leave it there, because that way I can map Argon Prime while I'm there. All right. Then you can set through your station, you give it a name, whatever. Boarding, engineering levels, blah, 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 blah. Again, this is for starting out. And then for your stations, you can give subordinates, which are ships. So like a fighter force that you want to give it, I'll just pick a layout and go with it for now. And I can tell it the name. We'll just call this USNC Fighter 1. I can tell it where I want those fighters to start. Since I put my station in Getsufun, I'm going to change this to Getsufun. And I'm going to tell it I want 10 of them. All right. Then I could even add subordinates to these fighters, or I can add another subordinate to the station. So this time I'll pick L, and I'll pick a destroyer. And I'll pick a loadout quick. And remember, you can rebuild all these however you want, but I'm just picking them quick to show you. Confirm. And the Gagano, I forgot to look. If you need to look at a ship's stats, just click it again. It can take 4 small docks and 16 small ships. So at this point, I would say give the Nagano, we'll just name it Nagano. I could actually give it a bunch of ships. Oops, I don't want 10 Naganos. What am I doing? I want this one to start. I want this one to start in Getsufun 2. And I'll say I want 2 of those. And then give them a subordinate. I'm going to give them 16 fighters. And we'll say this one. I preset, confirm. And that's the Nodan that I gave it. So I'll just call it Fighter Nodan. I want it to start with the Nagano, of course, in the same place. And I'm going to give it 16 because it can carry 16 of them. And so forth and so on. So now I've got a fleet that'll spawn with that station when I start this game new. Now you can go on, plus you can add separate fleets, and you can put them in any sector that you want to put them in. All right, but we'll go next. Next, and I can also, here's the other part of this, I can add other stations. All right, so let's say I want to add a station here in Lost Colony, or now let's just say in the Badlands, it's close by. So I want to add a station here in the Lost Colony. The first thing you want to do if you're starting out and want to get a little bit of a head start, you always have to have an administrative unit in the sector for it to become yours. Now, your headquarters does not have an administrative unit. So before I do Badlands, I probably should add one here. All right. So I'm going to change this to Badlands, or Getsufun. And I'm going to put that station over here out of the way. Notice my capital ships are here? It's my capital ship right there that I built. All right, but that's my administration unit. And then if I want to build one more, we'll put it in Badlands. Let's say I want to build a defense post, or I could build a Claytronics hull part advanced components station, whatever I want. But I'll build a defensive base. USNZ, security base, whatever. And we'll put that in Badlands. Even though I'm still going to have to add an administration to it. Where is the there it is. Badlands, whatever I want, etc., etc. If I want to give it fighters. And see, this sector now has a station on it. Actually, I think the large defensive base I made has an administration unit on. I got to look again, I don't remember. And then next, you'll go to your faction relations. So now I like a challenge, so I set the Argons to 5 and known, and I set the Antigone Republic to 5 and known, and then the other ones I'll set to 0 if they're not actually an enemy, which is what I'm doing here. The Koch and Duke's Buccaneers are already enemies. Minister 000, scale plate I set to 0. 0 means they don't like me or dislike me. Terran Protectorate, I'm going to make that a 5 also. Talati, I'm going to make a 5. These are all my starting friends. Vigor is minus, I'm going to make that a 0. Now, if I made them all enemies myself, I'd be in trouble. Xenon 0, Yaki, Zyarth, Patriarchy. I'm going to change these guys to 0 for now. Alright. Xenon. Let's see. I want to make Sicarius known. Talati known. And Terran known. So I've got 5 different ones that I've asked 6. That are known to the player per se, to me. All right. Once I get that done, I did story state, which I showed you want to do right away, and then you can hide the ones that are not finished. They'll show up as question mark, like this, or you can unhide them, and it'll give away what it is. I keep them hidden because I haven't completed them all. And then finally, research. Because I've already done the research to level 3, which is this one. I give myself that now to start out, but I do not give myself, dang it, that one, these 2, because I have not finished those paths yet. And then I also do the hacks for these, because I've done these already for research.
I'm already at phase 3 on the teleportation one.
Oh, good. Yeah, the next one's being able to teleport stations. And then I do the mods. Have you done the mods yet?
A couple of them. I'm in the process of doing them.
Because this is how you mod your engines and stuff. And your chassis and all that stuff.
Have a quest right now I'm working on mod.
Now, depending on the path and stuff you take in the game, more stuff will show up for research, depending on the routes you take. Now, once you've done that, you can just start here, or you can export or save, is what they call it. What's today's date? Today's the 4th of November, duh. 2024.
Tomorrow's a big day.
Yep. Okay, so save, and then all you got to do is start the modified game. Now, I'll show you the other side of it once we get in. I love all the quotes in this game. I like the one quote by, oh God, I can't remember his name off the top. He says, either we are alone in space, or we're not alone
Or
in
we're
space.
not. Either way,
But both are equally terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true if you think about it. I mean, if we're alone, oh my God, you know. And if we're not alone, oh my God. Are they going to come and eat us, or are they going to be friendly, you know?
Yeah.
That being
Still
said,
not sure that that's all a thing.
I don't think, well, personally, I don't think aliens have come to our planet yet. A couple reasons. One, I studied physics, but to get here, the level of technology they would need just to get to our planet would be so far in advance of us, we'd never know they were here unless they wanted us to know. And I think someday there will be a first contact. But how it's going to go is they're either going to show up and they're going to say, hello, we're greeting you this first time in the galaxy, whatever. And hell no, you can't have our they'll say, hello, how are you? We're the such and such, and hell no, you can't have our technology. But they'll be friendly.
Right.
Or they're going to show up in orbit and use us for food.
Yeah.
Equally terrifying. And I don't think alien species have been here. No way. Now, what I do, there's also another possibility that I entertain. We don't know what was on this planet millions of years ago. We have no idea. When you consider erosion and how things are buried over millions of years, there's probably shit buried 1,000 miles below the planet's surface. There could be cities that were buried from prior civilizations, for all we know. So it's feasible that thousands, let's say 50,000 years ago, civilization that was spacefaring actually was on the planet living here. And they knew a cataclysm was coming. So they headed out into space to try and survive that cataclysm. The Earth survived, recovered over millions of years again. Well, I guess it'd be millions of years ago I'm talking about, not 50,000. And maybe they came back and took a look, said, hey, there's people living on our freaking planet. You know, you could come up with all sorts of conspiracy theories if you really wanted to think about it. You don't, but I think it's feasible there was other life on our planet. Just maybe they went extinct, but we have no idea millions of years ago what actually lived here. You know, dinosaurs go back, what, 60,000 years or something like that?
Well, they say million, but I think they add zeros to the end of their actual number.
I do too. There's no way that it was millions of years ago because we're able to dig up their bones on the surface even.
Right.
They'd have been so far buried under the crust that it's just, you know, erosion, evolution of the planet, whatever. You know, the tectonics would have buried them from volcano to earthquake. So no, I don't think dinosaurs are. I think they're probably 50 to 60,000 years, which is what I was taught. Is this going to load or not? Or did I hit that same dead bug? I might be pissed if I did. All right. Let me kill it and try again. It loaded up fine. Yeah, it did. I gotta figure out what. Let's see. I'm removing some of the mods that I do use. It's probably related to the build I'm using. Here's like one of the mods for more rooms on ships.
Huh.
If this doesn't work on this one, I will actually, you know, that's what
I'm getting it figured out here.
Well, yeah, but the commands are buried, so I want to show them to you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to disable all of them. That'll take care of that problem. I'll fix that later. That way I can show you this. Oh, I guess I should have turned on my mouse so I could see it better. I have a mod that turns the mouse to orange. If I can see it. I can't see the default color. Where's the shit? I just turned off all those. Why did that show up? Now, if I go back in there, my game is probably not going to let me load it in the editor because I just killed all those mods. Oh, it did. What the hell? That's interesting. Huh. It did. Well, fine. I'm going to use it. Whether outwardly or inwardly, whether in space or time, the farther we penetrate the unknown, the vaster and more marvelous it becomes. Charles Lindbergh. There we go. Turn off the Tobii because it's having issues.
Head tracking deactivated.
They're working on the Tobii. That's what I'm helping them test. All right. Ship. All right. Now oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's see. Get up. Get out of the seat. I'm working on a Gameglass thing for this too, by the way. I have it running. I don't know if you want to use it or not.
I gotta get me a tablet before I can't. I've been having serious computer problems. I mean, I've been down more than lately.
Really?
So, oh yeah.
All right. Well, I'm in the map. You're in your game, right? Okay. Go to your map because I'll walk you through it while I do this. Yeah, I do. Okay.
All right, let me finish saving this thing I'm doing.
Let me see what I've got for. Got a Marine left. Do I have any?
Okay, let me go back to.
Yeah, you can just reload your save if we mess something up. Don't worry about it too much.
Yeah, no, I'm just building out a fleet for that other, but I'm gonna go back to this gas. That's mineral. That's what I want. All right. It'll save this, right? If I hit escape.
It'll
right?
yeah. Just hit save or F5 to save. You got quick save and regular save.
No, I'm not. I'm in hit.
Okay, say that again.
Illegal. Son
What,
of a bitch.
what did you do?
Oh, I was going in there building, doing that custom game editor thing.
Oh, and you didn't save it?
I didn't give me an option, and I hit escape on accident.
Oh,
Anyways,
yeah.
I'm going back in there.
Hopefully they fix that. I've kind of said the same thing to them. Why don't they put a freaking, hey, do you sure you want to leave because you're going to lose your build? Yeah, just go into something basic, like go into one like the fighter one.
No, it's
What's
fine.
it?
I'll redo it later.
Yeah, but I meant to join me so I can show you this. Just go into what is it? Something shit. It's like the second category. It's a human fighter guy that's a wandering fighter or something like that. The young gun. Use that one. It's called the young gun.
So go to
The menu.
Alright, you're gonna have to give me just a second. Have the backup here in a minute.
Oh, well, if you're already loaded into one, you can be, that's fine too. I just figured if you wanted something quick.
Oh, I went and clicked on the game I've been playing.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. All right. Yeah, because if you mess them up, you can always just reload it.
Yeah.
All right, let me know when you're loaded.
Yeah, I had to put a new motherboard in this. I had to put new video card again.
Discoverer Vanguard.
It's been a minute. I ain't been able to stream for a minute. Okay, I'm in.
All right. Now, I'm in a fighter myself. Because I have teleport, I'm going to teleport to wherever that ship is.
Well, I'm in my Cerberus with my fighter sitting on the deck.
That's fine, just stay there. Where did I put that ship? Well, that's weird. Huh. See, even I forgot to save something apparently. Because my capital ship didn't load. All right. I'm going to teleport to the station. Teleport!
Yeah,
All
the only
right.
teleportation one I need to get is range 3. So I'm not even trying to use that one.
You
I
can
had
do them
the
when you
dock
want.
module hack, storage module hack, and I'm working on basic things in mods.
Yep. All right. To start a game, let's say you just started brand new. The first thing you want to do is go into, see the little person icon up here in the map? See this little icon I'm pointing at?
The second one down.
It's up here on
It
the
says
top.
property owned.
No.
Oh, top, yeah.
Top.
Yeah, I'm there.
A little person. Click that. And you should get, you'll get the row buttons on the left. There's a globe. You want to click that globe. Now this is super important. That's why I'm walking you through this. Because this is partially how your ships know what to do immediately. Okay, without you having to micromanage right away. All right, so the first thing you want to do is check all the orders. So for example, default global response to attack, use their own judgment. Default global response to abandoned ships says ignore. You want to claim those with your Marines because they're free ships basically. And then you can turn on and off if the incident occurs. So like response to attack, I leave notify on. Found abandoned ship, I set it to claim and notify me. Found a lockbox, ignore, I change that to collect. But turn off the notify.
Global response, claim if possible.
Yep.
Military ships as clean as possible.
Well, global attack is use judgment.
Oh no, I'm not on attack. I'm on found abandoned ship.
Yeah, that's claim if possible.
Yeah, and then the next one is found lockbox, and I've got collect.
I set that to collect, and then I turn off the notify me if that occurs, because you don't need to know every time they pick up a freaking box, unless you want to.
No.
Now, the next one, global response to pirate harassment. Set the default to escape and deploy laser towers, and set the military to attack.
Yeah, that one I had wrong.
So, yeah, because now your cargo ships, miners, etc., will try to escape, and they'll drop laser towers trying to escape, but your military ships will take the pirates out.
I see.
Contraband, in your case, you'll probably want to either destroy or ignore them unless you have found something to help you hide contraband. So since you're starting out, you probably want to just ignore them for now. Default global police interdiction. Comply and use default as well. For that, I turn off the notify too. And then I turn off notify for the found contraband as well, of course. All right, default build method, I just say universal. Closed loop means you have to build the entire structure loop for something. Like, let's say you want to make palladium, you got to have all the loop of that manufacturing process built before it'll do it. So I just leave it universal for now. Later you can get into that deep of it if you want to. Default setting for automatic supply, I turn on to high. That means ships will automatically rearm themselves, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Now you can set it to low, which means they'll just get a minimal outload. I set mine to high.
I've been struggling to keep up with some of that.
Yep. Well, keep in mind that setting to high, if a station runs out of missiles, your ship's going to sit there and wait for them. So you'll have to watch for that. Set default settings for trade loop cargo reservations on. Default setting for ship weapon and turret behavior. Depends on the ship, and I wish we right now had more. So I just leave them on defend for the moment, and then we'll change them later when I show you what to do. Anything down below for now, you want it turned on, which should be the default.
You have to tell your ships to wait for you before undocking. I don't want to have to do that ever again.
Then turn it off.
I don't really care.
Okay, then turn that one off.
On either one of those.
All right.
Okay.
Well, the other ones are ones I recommend you have on.
The notification ones?
Huh?
The notification ones?
Yeah, I'd recommend you have those on. Crew notification too.
Yeah.
Trade successful.
They are.
Okay. Now.
Checker notifications, all those are on.
Yeah. The only one I turn off is awaiting orders. And as you get more ships and stuff, you'll be glad that you have them turned on. All right. On the left, you got the global orders category up there. You got trade rules, blacklists, fire authorization alerts. Now, trade rules, click on create new trade rule.
Okay.
This is going to tell your traders what they can and cannot do. So I click station trades, station supply, and sale of ships. I don't want to restrict all factions because I want to be able to trade with them. But I want to restrict certain factions like enemies. So hit the remove, and the enemies that you currently know only will be listed. This is super important. As you find new species, this list will grow. So every once in a while, you're going to want to check this. Every once in a while, you're going to want to check this list. So, for
Well, I want
example,
set trade rules as whatever, and have all three of those on, right?
yes.
Okay, and then restrict all factions is
Nope.
off.
No, yeah, that should be off because you want to trade. But click
Yeah.
add remove. Now click the add remove faction because you definitely don't want Xenon and Kayak and Yaki trading with you because they won't trade with you. They'll just kill you. So you click Xenon. Oh, don't worry about
Xenon,
those.
Yaki, and
Yeah.
Zyrki Patriarch.
Is that one of your enemies?
I don't know. I think
Once
they're
you,
pink
yeah,
or not
you'll be able
red.
to, you'll be able to look here. I'll show you. Click OK. So you got Yaki and Xenon. They'll show up in the list. Okay. Now click up in the upper right of that the save trade rule. If you forget to click that, it's going to forget all this. So make sure you click that.
I did.
Okay. Then you want to do the blacklist. You want to select sector travel. And when I'm ready, until I'm ready, I select both military and civilian ships that I own. I tell them to avoid sectors owned by enemies. And then I say sectors owned by the following factions. And again, Yaki, Kach, and Xenon. Click OK. Those three will show up, and then I save the blacklist. And you'll be needing to add more as you go. Like, for example, I don't know if any of them will show up right now. Nope. As you add more, as you start to find Xenon sectors, you'll be able to add those individually here too. But just remember, always remember to save your changes. Okay, now for these two lists, like for trade rule again, the restricted factions we selected were Kaksan and Yaki. If you want to find out who your enemies are, go to the second button down on the left. It'll say factions and relations, and your enemies will be in red. So if there are other ones here that are red that are your enemies, you want to go back to that globe, select your trade rule and your blacklist, and add those, those sectors, just like we just did. All right?
Yeah.
All right, now the next, go ahead.
Oh. I was looking at the fire authorization overrides actually has that list in there.
Yeah, so you can play with that though on yourself. The next one you want to click on the far left is the first button, the top button.
Empire?
Yep. You want to give your empire a name, USNC for me.
Already did.
Okay. Now click on logo.
Yeah, pick the spaceship and the moon.
Yep. Well, here, if you'll notice on mine, I have my own logos. Because all you have to do, if you have a logo picture, put it in the logo directory of extensions. That's all you got to do. See, I even got women. I got the old World War II women,
Huh.
Stuff like that. I got the USNC logo in here too. And I've got a bunch of others too. And it looks really good on our ships. If you see this ship spinning, if you're looking at the stream, see our logos on there.
Yeah.
And if I change it, I can just click and change it. And look what I've done. Change to the woman. Just with a click. I wish SC did that. All right, so that's where you change your logo, and then right below that is the skins. And there's a bunch of skin mods out there that you can use. A whole bunch. Like hundreds of them.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yep. All right.
So if you change these, will it change them to the whole game?
Yep.
Awesome. That's cool.
Yep. Every ship that you own will have the new logo if you change them.
And the new paint colors.
Yep. And then, no, the paint colors you'd have to manually change. You do that in your ship create, you know, where you create ships.
Yeah.
You just, well, here, let me show you. It's easier to show you. Go back to the map. Let me know when you're at the map.
I'm at the map.
All right. In the map, click on one of your ships, right click on it. You should see a menu entry for redesign.
Okay.
Click redesign.
Uh-huh.
And here's where you change
It
your
already
map.
has the bolt in there.
Yep. Yeah, I've only got 2 because I'm just doing a temporary. But you click them to change them, and that's it. You're done. You gotta.
But it
you
already
gotta click.
put the default.
Yeah. And when you do it, you just, if you want a new paint, you just click it, click install, and close the menu. That's it. If you want, let's say you had 10 of these, in the menu you can select all 10 of them, and the paint, and it'll paint all 10 at the same time.
Huh.
Let me think if there's anything else you need to know right off the top. Research, ships, player info. Oh wait, yeah, okay. Do you have a small fleet?
Yeah, it's super small.
What kind of ship is what ship is you're using your, where the hell did my capital ship go? That's what I want to know.
Capital ship.
You had
My little fleet.
your Corvette you had though, right?
Yeah, it's gone.
Where'd it go?
Kind of died. That's part of one of those. Hang on, I gotta defend this station.
Okay. Well, aren't you just going to reload when we're done?
Well, I'm actually in my save game.
Yeah,
I
well,
told you that, remember?
yeah, you can just reload it though. Because you've probably got other stuff going on you're not seeing because we're going through this stuff. I'd just reload it when we're done.
No, this is the only thing. So right click the ship and then what? I already gave it orders, so it's doing what I told it to do.
Okay, what ship are you using?
It is the Gorgon.
Oh, Gorgon. I think that'll take a fighter, won't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any fighters with it now?
I have a Falcon with it, and I have a Barracuda with it.
And they're already landed?
No, they're not.
Okay. Are they part of his fleet?
Yes.
Okay, so if you click on the left, if you click on the Gorgon, they're listed underneath him, right? As Alpha Group? Look, if you look on my stream, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. Click the plus mark. Yeah, Alpha Group's Falcon, Beta Group is the
Okay,
Barracuda.
that's what we want. All right, click on the Gorgon. Make sure it's highlighted. On the right side of your screen, do you have the windows open like I do?
No.
Click on the I button on the right.
Okay.
You'll get the information. The next tab is your crew that's on the ship, the Gorgon. The next one is loadout. Okay. The next one's logbook for this ship. The next one is the behavior of this ship, the Gorgon. Now keep in mind, what we're clicking here on the right is only for the Gorgon, not any other ship. Okay. This is where you give it individual orders. And then the last one will be individual instructions. So remember all the globals we give it? You can now tell this ship to do something different by itself. All right. Now let's go back to behavior, and you can tell it the formation. Right now it says point guard. and you can change that formation to whatever one is white so that you can select it, and your ships that are with it will go into that formation. Then down below, you got hold position. If you select that, you'll have a bunch of commands that pop up.
Okay, I'm trying to catch up to you. You're going fast.
Okay. Where are you at?
I am at. I see the same thing you see, and I got defense at the bottom. I'm in behavior there.
Okay.
You got forward X shape. I got backwards cross.
Doesn't matter. Whatever you want. All right. Now, let's see. Damn it. Where in the hell are they going? I have no idea where they're going. Trying to fix mine. They're screwing up. Oh, they're all going for frickin' dumbass things. Remove those orders, dumbass. Dock and wait. Thank you. All right. Okay, so you got the Gorgon selected, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in the right, select, go down to where it says hold position, and click that. You should have a requester that comes up.
In default behavior, you're on hold position.
Right, correct. Click the hold position, and another window will open, correct?
Still trying to find it.
It's on the bottom of that screen over here, where we click where you made the formation change.
Alright, now I'm getting confused. Made it formation change. I did not make a formation change.
I thought you said it the backward.
I can. I did inversion.
Well, you don't have to. That's just where. All right, go back. Do you have default behavior below?
Yeah, I'm on it. I got attack, and then the default behavior is grayed out.
Okay.
It's supposed to be, yeah.
So there's, okay, under your order queue, just above that, it says attack, and then hold position, right?
No, it just says attack. There's no hold position.
What's it
It
say
says
for
default behavior protect station.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Those are your current orders that it's running. Now go below that, and you'll see another column that says default behavior, and it says set default behavior. And it says hold position, or whatever you've got set. Click on that.
I don't have that. I have defense. Because it's set to defend the station.
Right.
If I click on that, it says defense trader, trade for build storage.
What kind of what?
I mean,
Okay, go up to the order queue again.
okay.
There's a blue button that says delete all. Click it.
Well, at the moment, it's defending the station from 4 baddies.
Yeah, but the station should be able to defend itself. Does the station have weapons?
I'm working on that part.
Does it have any yet or not?
No, that's why I have these little fleets around them.
Okay.
I have like 400 little laser beams.
Okay. Because it may take a while for your ships to kill them all. That's why I said you could just reload. You could just reload it.
They're almost done. There's only 2 left. 2 little bitty ones. One little bitty one. Suckers hit hard. That was a
Yep.
good choice on ship.
And some are ships, some are actually drones.
And I just figured out last night I can actually pick up the boxes that you drop.
Yep.
May I have your attention? I would like to undertake an experiment. Indicating this
Yeah. Shut up. Just let me know when it's ready so we can continue on.
I will. They're melting this last one. I've lost so many ships to this. Insane. Okay, you said remove assignment?
Correct.
Okay, now it's in hold position.
Okay. Now, on the bottom, there's a button, blue button that says hold position. See it? Not the bottom of the screen, right underneath the inactive order where you know, it's the bottom of this list. Yeah, click it. It's a blue button. Click it.
Why isn't it? Okay, hold position. I clicked it.
And it should show you a list of commands.
Yeah, patrol, police, protect.
There we go. That's what we want. That's what we want. Now, patrol means it'll patrol the whole sector. Okay? Protect position, protect ship and protect station. Pretty self-explanatory. Let's do a position one. Select protect position.
I have 0 stars for that.
Will it let you select it or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and select it. That means anybody can do it. Okay? Underneath, you'll see it listed now. There's another blue blank box called area to protect.
Yeah, area.
Click it.
Okay.
And right click somewhere. Actually, is it right or left? Left click somewhere on your sector. Doesn't matter where for now.
Okay.
It'll give you the
40 kilometers.
Right. If you use your left mouse button and scroll that, picking it up and going sideways, you can reduce it or increase it.
Okay. I don't want to reduce it at all.
Right. Remember, we're protecting an area with this one. And then you just hit confirm, and those ships will now protect. You'll see the globe, it'll draw the globe on your map.
Yeah, I think I kind of did that earlier, but it still doesn't, the diameter.
Well, it's not the diameter that matters. What you need to do, if you need to do more space, all right, go back up to set where it says protect position, the default behavior, and click it, and that list will come up again. You with me?
Default behavior.
Protect position, the button there. Is right above where we just, protect. You got the list with the top one says patrol.
Police.
Collect patrol. Select patrol.
Okay.
Now it'll say area to patrol. We're going to say I'm going to say it'll pull up a list. Select the sector you want it to patrol, whatever sector you're in.
Okay.
And select
the range on it, does it say? Was it
the whole
system? Or?
It's the whole system.
Oh, wow.
The entire whole system. You should have a little marker that looks like a police light show up.
It's there.
Yep. So now those guys are going to patrol this whole system. They'll react to any incursions. They'll defend any station, the whole 9 yards. Now, they will if they know about it. How many satellites have you laid?
Quite a few. I have the entire thing covered.
Okay,
1,
that's
2, 3. They're in a triangle all the way around my base.
Okay. What you want to do? Yeah, you don't need to put them. You don't need to put a whole bunch around one base. What you do is put one near each gate, and put one near if it doesn't cover enough area, put one near any stations not covered by one. If you got stations close together, a lot of times an advanced satellite gives you more room. You'll be able to cover 3 or 4 stations with one advanced satellite. You want to put a satellite.
Really?
Yes. It's called an advanced satellite. So I don't know if you've got those yet. But you want to cover your stations and your gates with a satellite, because if you do not, there's 2 problems. One, they won't detect an enemy until the enemy comes within radar range of a ship or a station. And 2, your cargo ships won't know where to go to buy and sell, because the satellites also contain buy and sell tracking data.
Really?
Yep. So, and this is really important when you have a bunch of other sectors, because if you don't put satellites in all these sectors, your ships are just going to sit there until they get an order once in a while. You have to lay satellites in all of these sectors like this to keep the information flow going, so that your ships, your cargo ships and your mining ships know where to go to buy and where to sell. If you don't lay those satellites...
I spent many hours just flying around uncovering the fog just so I could do the same thing.
Yep. Well, if you do that with satellites, just do it with satellites, and that's all you need to do. And there is actually a couple mods that make bigger satellites too, so you can open up more space quicker. Like some sectors, I can put one of the modded satellites right in dead center, and it'll open up the whole sector, so I don't have to lay, half a dozen.
Yeah, I kind of like the grind.
Right, but I'm just letting you know, so that you're aware of it. Yep. So yeah, you want to put satellites down, big time. That's also how you're going to find derelict ships, salvageable stuff, that kind of thing. Or unless you accidentally run into it.
There were ships that you could claim. So
Yep.
that's a whole new thing.
You're also going to find some other things once you start laying down satellites, and I'm not going to tell you what they are. You're going to have to learn.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't like giving away
I found
spoilers.
the data things, but
Haven't figured out how to do it.
hang on just a second.
Okay.
Give me a second. I got white back.
Okay. All right, I'm just loading back in. Give me a sec.
So does that reset all my subordinates? I gotta reattach them to the ship then?
Say that again.
My fleet.
What about it?
No, they're still attached. The Barracuda is still attached. The other one is not.
So reattach it. Because now I'm going to show you the one other thing you need to know as soon as I get loaded here. Because you want those ships attached so I can show you. Because it's super important. Probably the most important part of all this. As soon as I get loaded again.
That's Porpoise. I must have lost a ship or two because I'm not seeing the other ones.
Like I said, when we're done, you can just reload the game.
No, I didn't lose them. Just now, I lost them before, apparently. Okay, I'm as
all right.
attached as I'm going to be.
All right, just a sec. Trying to remember what the hell the name of that is. I don't think that's the one. I'm just looking for something to show you here before I go back in. Maybe it's large? If I can find it. Because you'll probably recognize it once you see it. That's why I want to show it to you. Well, shit. I know it's not an XL, is it? Gotta be a meeting, I'm thinking. I don't see it though. No, I'll just take that one. Alright, loading in. The one bummer about running a lot of mods, takes a while to load in.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm not running very many now, so it's loading fast. But I mean, it can take 3 to 4 minutes when you're really running a lot of them.
Phone somewhere.
Head deactivated. Oh, Chi.
Alright, let's see, I need to select my ship.
Got him.
What?
Oh, the dogs. I come upstairs with my headset on. They're freaking out.
Why do they freak out when you put your headset on? That's kind of weird.
They're very protective. Hats, headset, anything abnormal.
Huh. Yeah, my dog's hats don't bother them, just they can tell who's good and who's not. Alright. Pick that ship that has its subordinates. That's the Gorgon, right?
Yeah, it's only got one.
Okay, well one will work for the moment. Alright, on that dialogue on the right side, is that open again?
Not yet. I had to come back downstairs.
Alright, highlight the Gorgon and then hit that I key on the right side so you open up the other dialogues. Let me know when you got that open.
Okay, it's open.
Alright, button number 2 on the top says crew, and then there's a wrench next to it. Load out.
Yeah.
Click load out. Now, the first thing you're going to see is your active weapons groups. That's your weapons of your ship, the Gorgon. Okay? Those are your main weapons. All the little boxes, those are your key maps for your fire buttons and stuff like that, which you can change and all that kind of stuff. Below that, it says turret behavior. All right?
Everything's underpinned.
Yep. This is where you want to select, let's say, what kind of weapons do you have? Tell me what the weapons are.
Medium mass driver MK2.
Okay. What else? Or is that
That's
all?
it for that ship.
Just one turret?
There's 4 beam turrets.
On the front. And then one turret with a mass driver. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. 2 with mass drivers.
Okay.
But yeah.
Now, what you can do is take one of those mass drivers, click where it says defend, and you can tell that mass driver to attack all your enemies, attack only capital ships, only fighters, attack fighters first, attack missiles, attack your current enemy. This is where you set the
I see
orders.
that.
Right. So all is for the whole ship. And then you can select by turret what you want that turret to concentrate on. So you need to set these. If you want your whole ship just to do whatever, attack only fighters, then use the all option. If you want all to be attack all enemies, then you select change the turrets to something specific like attack fighters first, though, and then attack all enemies. You know, that kind of thing. See how slick that is?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now below that it says subordinate control, and you've got mine's on attack. That's the fighter ship that's with it. This is how you're controlling that fighter ship, or fighter ships if you had 10 or 12 or whatever. You can tell them to attack, to defend, to intercept, follow, mimic, bombard. In this case, I'm just going to tell them defense. They'll defend the home ship. Now there's a mod that I really like because it also lets me choose an option called reactive. And reactive means they'll land until they're ordered to go out and fight something. So they'll dock in the hangar bay instead of just flying around all the time. But in a game, you'll have, if you put them at defense, that's what they'll be. They'll just fly around your ship and keep it defended. Which then you want to go back and set whatever formation you want, of course. But stuff like this, you need to definitely, and there's more options. The bigger ships will have even more options. So this is where this wrench is. You got to make sure you set these. Otherwise, your ships are basically going to mill around like they don't know what to do. That's because they don't know what to do. Because you haven't told them what to do. So you get all that?
Yeah, I had no idea that was the thing.
Yep. And that's not even all of it. But I've given you the basics.
Sure.
I've given you the basics now, though, to get you started on that. Also,
Crazy.
click on the second button, the crew button. It'll give you the name of the pilot. If you right-click on the name of the pilot, you can fire them, you can work comm with them, you can tell them to work someplace else. Okay. It'll tell you your subordinates, how many you've got, which are other ships. It'll tell you how many you can fit in the hangar, of course. It'll tell you as you're picking up loot and crates, that goes into the inventory. And then crew capacity. You got service crew and Marines. Service crew work on your ship to fix it if you've taken damage in battle. Marines defend your ship if they try to board you. Or you can use your Marines to board other ships. Now, something important also, as you're moving around and finding new things, and you come across a derelict ship, you will not be able to board that ship and take it if you don't have any Marines on your ship. So you always want to, I always make sure I've got at least some service crew and Marines. And then down below it shows you your crew, whether you have any stowaways or civilians or whatever as well, and what their level is. So like I've got a service crew member that's 3.5 stars already.
Yeah, this one's 2.5.
Yeah, now if you click the button next to their name, it'll show you what they're 2.5 in.
Yeah,
So this guy, yep, engineering and morale for this guy too. And then the first tab, which is information, that shows you your hangar mount. It shows you what this ship is, your weapon, your shields, your hull, radar ranges, how strong the ship is in boarding, what the current orders are, transaction logs if it's buying and selling stuff, all sorts of information.
Oh, Dr. Chief.
definitely a lot to it.
Yep. You've just scraped the tip of the iceberg for the moment.
Right.
This must be a ship that shows up later when I finish those other campaigns I've been holding off on doing.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that new ship in Star Citizen.
Yeah. Yep.
And,
There's another ship in this game. Yeah, Zeus.
yeah.
There's another ship in game that looks like the 890 Jump.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to find that one, but I couldn't find it in the list. Probably because I haven't finished the missions that allow it to show up.
Yeah, I seen ships in that list that I had never even seen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, most of these ships that I'm looking at here, like this one, is in the last DLC, and I haven't even finished that yet.
I'll be dang.
So.
What are you waiting for?
Well, I've been because I test for them under NDA. I've got things I have to test. Plus, I'm trying to help them fix the Tobii problem. So, when I've got development versions or they give me to try, I can't stream those or anything. This is a kind of sharp looking ship. Could use a different paint job. Yeah. Could use a different paint job.
Looks like it's, well, all you gotta do is put your preset on it, don't you?
Yep. And I got to go back to the menu because I'm going to set up my game. All right. Open universe, game editor. Import. Heck, I'm gonna give. Well, how many can I give though? Doesn't say, does it? Oh, I can. Okay. I'm gonna give myself some because I want to start out with some money. Right. Add move wares. What I'm doing is setting up a. I already did that. Dumbass. Add remove blueprints. Because I'm starting a new one because of my long-running game save got screwed up because somebody stopped working on their mod and it messed everything up. So I'm setting up the game kind of about where I was when it went crap. See, drone, energy cells, engine.
The reason not to jack the mods.
Well, the mod I was trying was a pretty elaborate one, but most of the mods I use don't do that. They wouldn't have that kind of impact. But I took a chance. Got screwed for it. Trying to remember everything I had.
I didn't send you a picture of my new sleuth box, do I?
Your new what?
Loose box. You in the gold mine at all?
I know what it is, and I've seen it, but I've never done it. No.
I enjoy doing it. I didn't really care if I get much, but
You guys have gold where you live?
oh, everybody has gold, man. Everybody has gold. You think God picked the 25 spots where there is gold at? Crap, I didn't mean to do that. Delete that. You know what I mean? I mean, people say that. They go, hey, there's no gold in Missouri and whatever. There's gold in every bit of soil there is.
I bet you there's one bit of soil there's not.
Bet you there isn't.
Well, I happen to live in the one place on the upper hemisphere of the world that the glaciers went around. It's called the Baraboo Range. The glaciers, when they came around, they went right by it. They went around it literally. I live in the basin
I bet
of
you
it.
still have gold.
Nope, there's no gold here because the
I
glaciers.
bet you have fine gold flakes. I put money. I would bet you an ounce of gold.
Well, and you'd go broke because people have tried. People took the reverse and said, well, since the glaciers weren't here, we should have gold right readily. And no, because what happened is you have to have rock. There's no rocks here.
So when God flooded the earth, you're going to tell me that he said, okay, there's no gold in this spot, but we'll put gold everywhere else.
No, I just figure it was random.
I guarantee you I could find at least a few flakes.
Well, nobody has, and everybody's tried. Well, not everybody. A lot of people have tried.
And that picture of that gold mat that mat I just sent you,
I haven't
it's
looked at
supposed
it
to
yet.
pick up the, yeah, I know. That's the new mat that I got, and it's supposed to pretty much, it's got a vortex pattern. It's actually quite ingenious. Whoever made it's going to be rich, but it's supposed to pick up even the finest amount of gold.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the one thing in this area we have rich black dirt. That's why we're known for that. But we don't have all the minerals and stuff like other places have. Our water is artesian, and we're surrounded by areas that may have some, but where I live here in the state, nope, you're not going to find any. Not a bit.
You so want to make me drive all the way up there just to prove everybody wrong.
Hey, I'll take your money. I can't tell you how many bets have been lost. No joke.
Everybody said there wasn't any gold here. I sent you pictures of that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did actually. Now that I think about it, yeah, there's gold probably in the state somewhere, but in this Baraboo range, there's none. Because of that, it's because the glacier went around. Even the scientists say that. What am I doing? Pay attention to what I'm doing. But yeah, even the scientists have said that because of the glaciers, it's the only place in the northern hemisphere where the glaciers literally went around it. And that's why, if you could see our area from space, it's got a huge ring of high hills, bluffs, blah 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 that surround this whole area for miles. I would say probably 600 square miles, maybe, guesstimate. And because the glaciers didn't come by, we have no rock in the ground. You know, like farmers always have to clear their fields of rock.
Yeah.
We don't have that problem. It's just rich black dirt. People are pretty astounded when they see it. We're also one of the other reasons that we're a big place for loggers to try and take our oak.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Or not oak, walnut.
Oh, yeah, walnuts, definitely.
Yep.
High dollar.
We're
I
Walnut
sold
Central.
close
Yep.
to $20,000 for my old place before I moved here.
Yeah, we're Walnut Central. Most of our oaks are protected. They're over 300 or 400 years old. The only oaks get to take. If we let them take any oaks, it's for forest management or because they're down. And the property owners get a pretty penny out of that too. One guy, he had something like 10 oaks that got permission, that he gave permission to take. It's $160,000 of wood.
Yeah.
That's how big they were. Hell, certain trees here, when we had ours, when we bought this land, we had to take out a bunch of that shit plantation pine. But there were also probably a quarter acre of oak and maple, hickory, and we made some money off of that. Even off that pine. You know what plantation pine is, right? That shit, I think the law needs to change, to be honest with you. I think the law should say the loggers, what they take, they replace with the exact same thing they took.
I thought they were supposed to, but
I did too, but apparently there's a loophole. So they come in and they take the oak and the walnut if you let them, and they plant with shit pine, replant with shit pine.
yeah, well, the law says they have to replace it with something.
Yep.
It doesn't specifically state you have to replace what the specific thing you took out.
Right, and
It
here
just
we're
means
working.
you have to repopulate.
Yep. Here we're actually working on changes to that though. We've passed laws.
Well,
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. My brain's just all over.
Oh, we've already passed laws against corporate farming. They're regulated huge here. That's why you don't find a lot of corporate farms here like you do in other places. You want to build a house here? Minimum 40 acres to build a house. Anything smaller, unless it's grandfathered, you have the deed and stuff. Unless it's grandfathered, you cannot build a house on anything less than 40 acres.
That's interesting.
Yep. And part of that is to keep our land, basically, keep it from being bought up by these corporations. Same thing with
the
our
biggest problem, in my opinion, is China. China's coming in buying everybody's land.
China's gotten run off the reservation, so to speak. They've come in even on the Great Lakes and in our rivers with these big ass ships trying to suck our water out. No joke. They come in with these big tanker ships and they just start sucking the water. It's like they've been chased away. It's pretty sad when they start doing that shit.
It's ballsy for sure.
Yep, sure is. And it's funny because they'll try to play the games that they play in down in the South Pacific, and around here we don't take that shit. You come here and you start playing like you're gonna ram stuff, we'll ram your ass right back and we'll put a hole in your ship and sink it. We don't play that around here. But also we're protective too because we have, a lot of people don't know this, but we have a U.S. naval construction yard for ships. Now think about that. We're in Wisconsin, right? And we're surrounded on three sides. We're surrounded on three sides by major bodies of water. People don't even know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
Does it connect to the ocean at some point?
These bodies of water, no, they don't directly, but what happens is one of them connects, what is it, Huron? I gotta look at the map again. I think it's Huron. connects to the St. Lawrence River, which does go out locks to the Atlantic Ocean. They all connect to the Mississippi, of course. And so the big thing is we build warships here, and people don't even know it. In fact, the new Constellation class frigate that's just started construction is built here in Wisconsin.
No good.
That's going to be a badass warship. It's a frigate with as much firepower and capability as a Burke class cruiser, or a Ticonderoga class cruiser, or a Burke class destroyer. But it's a frigate. Yeah. Plus, you've heard of Oshkosh trucking, military vehicle. We build all those here. They're built here. Yeah. And a bunch of other stuff. It's one of the reasons that we have a stealth fighter base here. Didn't know that either, did you?
No.
Yeah, we have a stealth fighter base here.
Responding to the wife. She's texting me.
Is she out partying?
No, she don't party. She's upstairs.
Oh. Get yourself should get an intercom.
Normally it's not an issue, but she's researching something.
Interesting. Oh, here's another new ship that I just found. It's like a cross between a Gladius and a...
Yeah, it does.
Saber,
That's
maybe.
7 or something.
Yep.
Sure does.
Let's see what else is here.
I'm sure they probably all trade.
Oh, there is a Gladius fighter. Here's the actual game's Gladius fighter. Heavy fighter.
They all use the same names too.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got in here that I haven't seen before. Nimcha Scout. No, I've seen that. She heavy fighter. Yeah, I've seen that. Experimental shuttle heavy fighter. Ooh, he's got some firepower too. Wow. I'm gonna have to set him up. Give that a try. It's got 6 guns on it.
Huh.
Grouper. Oh, that's a boron. Okay, those are all that. So experimental heavy fighter. Let's see. Interesting. Looks like it's all Terran. I'm building this as my personal ship. It's a little bit, looks like it's going to be a pretty powerful ship.
Yeah.
Advanced satellites. I'm just going to go with 50 of those. Oh, I guess that's like, that's right, I got to add that other mod to give me more space. I use a space mod so I can carry a few more things. Because the cargo holds don't hold much, as you know.
Right.
People, I want military, we'll say veteran. And let's save this. You know about saving your blueprints, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got quite a few saves.
Yep. It makes it a lot easier when you're building stuff to just load the blueprint. Alright. Call it X-Fire. Alright, property. Headquarters. What's our Vanguard? Huh. I haven't seen this before. H Destroyer.
That's good looking.
Yeah.
I like that. That looks similar to the capital ships in No Man's Sky, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Is that the hangar? No, it doesn't look like that's the hangar. Hangar, I can't tell if they're on the sides here. It'll take 16 ships. Where's the... Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. It's got a landing bay on it. Let's see what else we got. Phoenix E. Odysseus E. Yeah, I've seen those. Sapporo. That looks familiar.
Nothing I've ever seen. Not
I'm
even
thinking of
really
movie.
similar to anything I've ever.
Well, I'm thinking of movie. I'm gonna take one just for shits and giggles. Hey, it'll be defending my home base, so. What the hell? What do I call this? Destroyer? Yep, destroyer. One of 6 ships. Okay. good enough for that. Large defensive base. I guess I should tell it where, huh? Damn it, can't type tonight. How does it have 24 ships? What? Unless that means that's what it can hold for now. That might be a change. Alright, large defense station. What the? That must be one. That's gotta be a modded ship. Yeah. does suck having to restart a whole campaign again, but it's for a good cause.
Oh, it wouldn't be so sad.
Huh?
I don't know. It wouldn't be so bad. Of course, I'm new to the game, so it's not really a saving what you do.
Yeah, well, it's it's my choice to help them test out and try to fix shit.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, so I can't bitch too much. I'm trying to set up based on where I left off.
I understand.
Yeah, so I got to make like eight stations in certain sectors that I'd already taken control of. And it's a pain in the butt because I also have to add some defenses to them, that kind of thing. But I'm glad I can. Be a pain in the ass to redo all this manually.
Yeah.
Again. I mean, I'm not ready to start clean again since I've had to do this, so. Let's see, I need subordinates for this. I miss all my other ships that I usually have. Well, that's a Xenon ship? Interesting. Huh. I should have known based on the letter H. Alright, let's take one of these.
That's cool looking. I like that. Mm.
Damn, boy, I cannot type tonight.
I have those days just about every day.
Alright, one more sector to do. I've actually got more, but I'm not gonna, I'll just earn them again.
Yeah, there's just an insane amount of stuff in this game.
Yep. Yeah, I know. You were reluctant at first. You owe me one.
I do. I do.
I mean, I'm picky about the games I play, so. Well, I was talking and showing Sea Power before.
I
Cause
like to try lots of different things. I knew I would like it.
do you like like war games, strategic, tactical, you know, move your pieces on the map type thing?
No, I'm not really a strategy, top-down kind of guy. I wish I could do it, but
Okay.
there's very few games that's top-down or over the shoulder that I can function very well in.
Oh, that's why I asked, because I've got some of those too that are really good. But yeah, if it's not something you can enjoy, then don't worry about it. One I've been playing lately is called Warno, Warning Order. Let's see.
I tried Valhunt. No, not Valhunt. What was the name? The Rising, maybe.
What
And I
one
had
was it?
just a real tough time.
Which
You have
one?
to run with your mouse.
Which game?
Hang on, I don't have it downloaded, so I have to find it here.
Oh, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, V Rising.
Never
Victor
heard of it.
Rising.
That's odd. I've never heard of it.
It's a vampire game.
Oh, I don't play games like that. I'm not a fan of that stuff, to be
Well,
honest.
somebody bought it for me, but I just had such a hard time with that top down. You got to use the mouse to run with, and
Yeah.
you know, hold down the right mouse button, all that stuff. It just
Really? Why would they design a game like that?
most of those top down ones are like that.
Really?
Yeah. You got to use the right mouse button to run, click, and you know, I had 5 surgeries on 2 hands. My fingers don't work very well anyway, so it's
Yeah.
not something I can.
Well, that's the one thing I noticed. You get these developers that have yet to figure out that someday they're gonna lose their
Yeah.
stuff too, and then they're gonna be pissed because they won't be able to play their own damn games.
That's right.
They don't. Yeah, they don't take into account that people have disabilities, that not everybody has the dexterity, the eyesight, the hearing. I mean, shit, you know how messed up I got in the military? Just like you did. So, all my injuries, I've got problems doing certain things with hearing and visual, and
That's why you didn't have such a hard time talking me into that Gameglass, because once I can quit fixing my computer and buy me a tablet that will help me with what I'm doing.
Yep, and that's why I brought it up, because a lot of other veterans use that now just for that reason. You can set your own buttons up and just tap it on the screen.
I mean, 2 of my fingers are curled so bad they're almost touching my palm.
Yeah.
The other 2 are halfway there.
Have you been to the doc for that?
Oh yeah, I've had 5 surgeries on 2 hands through the VA for it. Yeah, they're wanting to do 4 more surgeries now.
I thought I keep seeing something advertised on TV about that.
Yeah, where they inject you. No surgery thing.
Is that it? Is that what it is?
Yeah. They couldn't give me the pain meds that I needed to have it done. And I drove like 2.5 hours to get it done. And I said, well, I'm not coming back. If you're going to do it, let's do it.
Yep.
So they injected me with no pain meds. Hurt like hell, but it didn't work.
Yeah, figures. Yeah, it's have I told you that you knew about my waiting on surgery, especially for the reconstruction of my jaw? I've been waiting for years again to finish that. Not talking politics, but I waited 6 years for the other surgery on my neck and my right shoulder, and within 6 months of Trump taking office, he put that plan in for the VA, and I had my shoulder and neck surgery. And I've been waiting 10 years for the next surgery for the rest of the rebuild of my jaw. And I just got told a couple of weeks ago, I'm like, when am I going to get my well, we're a year or so out for next appointments. I'm like, I just got having a major infection there because of this. I got all the graft things sticking out of my gums, you know, the edges. You can feel the edges of the graft, like little points. I go, it's been 10 fucking years you people have been pushing me along like this. I said, enough of this shit. Well, because I'm 160-mile round trip, between that and me bitching, they finally agreed to let me go to a civilian dentist, with the caveat that the dentist now he saw me last week, he has to submit that to the VA for authorization to finish the surgery and do other repairs, which is around 40 grand. All because they fucking waited, or made me wait for 10 years. It's like,
Crazy.
He goes, well, it's bad because this dentist, he looks at my x-rays because he got my records. He looks at my x-rays and he goes, what the hell? And I'm like, what? And he goes, until 2007, you had the most perfect dental work I have ever seen on somebody on that age, you know, mid-age.
Oh, yeah.
I'd never had a cavity. I'd never had anything with my teeth. And my family's like that. A lot of people here in Wisconsin are like that. Probably because we drink whole milk right out of the cow. But he couldn't believe it. And he goes, what the hell happened? And, it was one of my injuries, the explosion. And I said, and plus the VA, which he's familiar with because he was 20-some years Air Force. And he goes, oh, shit, really? Because it's destroyed my entire dental work and everything because they let it languish so damn long. So, because I can't have anything repaired until the jaw is finished. So it's just been sitting there. And it's like, man, people have no idea what we go through.
Yeah, it's a mess.
It is.
But you can demand if it's outside of the 30 or 50-mile range, you can actually demand community care, and they have to give it to you.
Right, which is what's happened now. But they're slow boating it.
You should have done that long time ago.
Oh, I did. I did, and
Oh.
it was given to me. It was given to me when Trump was in office, and then they canceled it after Biden took over. And then they kept saying, oh, here's your next appointment. Here's your next appointment. Okay, we'll get the community care. Nothing. They kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And then COVID, of course, became the next big excuse.
They're wanting to do some pretty extensive carpal tunnel on both my arms and hands. And then once they get that done, then he wants to straighten my fingers out again.
Well, as long as you can get it done, that's what counts.
I don't know that I want to have it done. Am I gonna live
Why
long
not?
enough to make it worthwhile?
Hey, take advantage. If they get it you in, take advantage of it so you can enjoy what time you got left. So there's no point in holding off. Go ahead if they can do something about it.
I just had it all done so many times and it's not fixed the problem.
Yeah.
I guess my biggest thing is, why go through 6 months of whatever when you're right back, if I'm going to be right back where I'm at, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what I did with my neck and shoulders, because I was having repeated surgeries every few years. I said, enough of this shit. I want a specialist. And at first they kept denying it until I went to the media. And before it hit the media, they came back and said, we're going to get you a specialist out of the Mayo Clinic. And because I did that, the VA wanted to replace the shoulder, which can only happen once in your lifetime. Once you do a shoulder replacement and it fails, that's it, you lose your arm. And the goal was to try and save my arm, keep it so that I could use it for at least a while as I got older. Well, the Mayo Clinic was able to not only save it, they gave me more use of it back, and we think we bought me 15 to 20 years with it. I won't have to have another major surgery on it. And the VA had to pay for it. But it was a fight to have that done until Trump came along, and then boom, 6 months, and they paid the Mayo, and I got my surgery. And dental was supposed to go the same way, but then Biden took over, and all of it went away. And I bet you the only reason they actually gave it to me now, 2 weeks ago when I let loose holy hell and they told me it was another year, probably because of the election.
Oh, yeah.
Because I made it very clear again, I'm going to the media. I'm a disabled vet. You've been playing me for freaking 10 years, and obviously my records can prove it. I want this fixed now. I'm not waiting anymore. You guys have the program that Trump put in place. I want it. I want it done now. And they finally agreed to it. But now they put the stipulation, now the dentist has to submit his bill. They have to authorize it before the work can actually be done. So they're
jacking me around so bad.
Well, look who's in
I'm
charge.
100% and they just give me everything I want.
You know I'm 100%.
Huh?
I'm 100%, just like you.
I know, but they won't give you anything you want. You need.
I know. I know. And I guarantee you, you're lucky, because I hear this from a lot of other vets where they were getting the community care and all of a sudden they dried up.
Well, Columbia VA up here is supposed to be one of the best ones in the whole nation.
Yeah. Yeah,
As far as the rating goes and all that.
yeah. Yeah, it's you're lucky. Trust me, you are lucky.
I'd rather somebody else get the care, use the care funds and take care of themselves.
Well,
I don't
you're
really
entitled.
want it, you know?
Yeah, but you're entitled to them too. So it's not a matter
No,
of
I know,
somebody
but I'm
else.
saying I really don't want to go through all that. I spent 2.5 years in a Wounded Warriors program,
Yeah.
having 15 surgeries. I am so tired.
You know what pissed me off about Wounded Warrior Project was initially they denied me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what are you freaking talking? Well, your dates are not uh, didn't fit what they had in their system. It was when they first came out.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, because they'd pulled up my TD-214, which was only the first one. They didn't pull up the other two because I'd broken service. You know, I served and then I was out for a few years and then I served,
Right.
which a lot of veterans do. Well, they only put my primary DD-214 up, which stopped before 2001. And so they wouldn't, I wasn't eligible for their programs. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Go, you put it together a program that unless you served 9/11 or later, you're not taking care of vets before that? Nope.
Yeah, that's part of their little game, but I actually went, well, I never even got out of the army. I mean, out of once I got sent straight to Wounded Warriors from Iraq.
Yeah.
So I like straight up let me go home for like, I don't know, 3 days or something. And I had to report.
Really? That's.
And then
See,
I spent
yeah.
like 6 months there. And then I got put on this program where I got to still be in the program but live at home.
Huh?
So then I was able to do the next 2.5 years in the program, but staying at home.
Yeah, I didn't.
Not
When
not all of them got to do, but
yeah, well, I got. You probably know I don't stand back and just let it lay, and
oh yeah.
I went right back at them with my other DD-214, and they're like, well, we're sorry, because of course that one covered 9/11 and later, because my last injury was 2007. I'm like, I go, you people, if this is the game you're going to play, I don't need your help. I'll get it elsewhere. You know, that pissed me off. Just pissed me off to no end. I mean, and then it wasn't very long after that when they got in all that trouble. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember hearing something about it.
Yeah, it was for fraud, and a bunch of people got fired and in trouble for it. And they got all new management and stuff when that happened. No, it was for fraud. So all during that period. If I went back today, they'd probably, I don't know how they could make it up. They couldn't, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Must be raining again.
You just asked if it was raining again?
No, I said it must be raining again.
Oh. I hope so. I hope it's raining here still. I got my sluice box out in the
What the
creek.
hell?
Head tracking activated.
Run that dirt.
Head tracking deactivated.
Oh. Why am I attached to that ship? Guess I should have moved it. Oh well. Close enough. Alright. First thing I want to do is turn these fuckers off. Reduce game speed. Wonder what that's for. Oh, you can slow the processing of the game down, I guess. Interesting. You'd want to do that, I don't know, but... Oh, come on, there's gotta be a freaking tutorial shut off here.
Game saved.
Yeah, I don't know why the VA jacks people around. They just, a bunch of them just need to be fired, really.
Agree. Yeah, that's the other problem, trying to get someone fired. When I came home one of the times, and I guess it was probably 1996 or 7, and I had major surgery, um, and I was sent to my mom. My mom and dad took me home because they sent me to Madison from Great Lakes Naval Hospital, and so my parents were able to pick me up and for me to convalesce at their home, so they could take care of me, that kind of shit. And while I was in the hospital, I had surgery. I didn't wake up for 5 days. I found out I was out for 5 days. Yep. And my mom and dad didn't know either. They thought they were coming down just to pick me up on a Saturday afternoon. They get down there, and I was not awake yet. So my mom used to be a nurse. She goes and gets one of the nurses and drags her in there, and is like, first off, why is he not woken? Well, he's on pain medication. They're like, you're keeping him under on purpose? Well, a lot of pain, blah, blah, blah. It's like, whatever, he needs to be woke up. And during this, they gave me a shot to start bringing me out of it. I hear my mom and this nurse. My mom is going at this nurse because apparently I laid there in my own blood and everything from the day of surgery until my mom and dad arrived.
Wow.
My bed was full of blood. My catheter had leaked. I mean, just filthy. I hadn't been clean from the surgery. None of that. My mom went off on them. And, she went up to administration. Just transferred the nurses that were supposed to be part of my care. They just transferred them. Didn't do shit to them. My mom's like, she wanted them fired, and we disciplined them, and it's like, apparently today it's supposed to be easier now for that not to happen, but I'll never forget that.
Yeah, my grandpa died in the VA hospital. That's part of the reason why I'm super hesitant to. That's part of the reason why I'm super hesitant to let them do much with me.
Yep. The medical care I've gotten when I've been able to get it has been actually pretty good. But it's getting it that is one of the bigger problems. I mean, I had a really good doctor. He retired. Although my new doctor, it's a lady this time. She seems to be on top of everything. She seems so far to be pretty good. Although one concern I have is that she seems to want to have more control over medications than I think she needs. She'll probably get burned out real quick because I'm like, yeah, doc would give me 3 months refills on my pain meds. And then every month, every 30 days, I just order the next refill, on the website.
Yeah.
Well, she wants me to call in every month to her to get the refill. Instead of her just prescribing 3 months, which is going to suck. I mean, having to call in and wait for her to read the script is like, seriously? It's going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, my problem is I always forget to call in my stuff. I hate taking it anyways.
Well, that's why I said it's going to be a pain in the ass, because I do too, but I use the website. I just order, there's 3 refills. I order one of them, I get it. 30 days later, I order the next one, I get it. 30 days later, I order the next one, I get it. And then I let my old doc know that I need a renewal, and he just puts in 3 more. So I'm set to go. I just get them on the website. You don't use the website?
I do when I can remember to actually go on there.
Yeah, one of the things, make a note for yourself, because you're going to want to go on there before January, the end of January. You got to get your new federal government ID because they're turning off the VA one. So make a note for yourself.
The ID, what now?
They're removing the Veterans ID, you know, my HealthyNet login for the website.
Yeah.
That's being deleted. It's going away.
Really?
Yeah, so you need to get on there. I don't know why they're doing it, but I think they're trying to make everything universal or something. Go on there. There'll be a link to get your login.gov, I think it's called, ID or login or whatever the fuck it's called. And it's got to be done before January something. Because in January.
Said nothing to me about that.
Well, it's on the website. It's a big banner on there now. Because if you don't, you're going to lose your account. Log in. And then it's going to be an even bigger pain in the ass. That's why I'm letting you know.
That's good information, but I mean, I gotta go there here in a day or two.
Yep, then go ask, you know, your patient advocate or something about it. I think it's bullshit. They should just keep what we already have. Why the fuck do they want us to, you know, go to something completely different? But that's, you know, that's one group of people for you. Well, they also want us to have battery-operated cars, so go figure.
All right. Yeah. Hopefully all that'll change tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, just a second. What do you mean, hopefully it'll all change? Oh, you're talking about the other...
The right person get elected and it'll hopefully change tomorrow.
Gotcha. I
Do
missed
some reverse course.
Yeah, it went right over my head the first time.
Yeah. But who knows? Certain people get elected and a whole lot of other people go ape batshit crazy.
Yep. That's true. I'm worried about what's going to happen. You know about the ballot box situation, right? Did I tell you about?
Yeah.
I hope more people find out about it, because if shit goes sideways and they find out about it after the election, I dread what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because people aren't going to put up with it this time. Especially if it turns out multiple states had that leak. It's funny because you get all these people talking about, oh, it's not bad. You know what the BIOS is, right? You do, right?
Oh yeah.
It's like they're like, oh, they changed the passwords, it's all fine. You don't freaking have a clue what a BIOS password is, do you? And they're like, oh, you don't know. It's like, oh, I know very well what it is. I also know, and how do you know? Because I was trained in the military for that shit. And I go, not to mention, you can look it up. Not only does that mean those ballot boxes are now invalid, they're no longer certified, because they did
certifiable.
well, they're not certified anymore because apparently they changed the BIOS passwords too, as a way to appease everybody that everything was okay. By changing the passwords, they invalidated the damn ballot boxes, but they're planning on still using them. They don't know if anybody's already compromised the damn ballot boxes. Every vote in those boxes is now invalid. That's the problem. I mean, this is a major, major issue. And if you think about it, somebody putting out a document from the state secretary's office that has a hidden page, a hidden tab that some other person just happened to find with all those BIOS passwords, which they should never have had in the first place, because those are done by the manufacturer, who then certifies the ballot box. They should never have had them in the first place. Well, if they did that in Colorado, who's to say in the other Democrat states that use those same machines, who's to say this was not a concerted effort across a bunch of states?
Oh yeah. No doubt.
And in 2020.
Who wants to say that they didn't set all the boxes to the same BIOS password?
Exactly. Exactly. Which is, maybe that's why they changed them all so fast. But by them changing them all, not only does it make the ballot box no longer certified, it's literally against the fucking law to do so. It's a class 5 felony.
Right.
It's a freaking class 5 felony. It's like, and the sad part is that they're keeping it quiet, or trying to. It's just unfreaking believable. But if the worst case happens and people find out about it after the election, it's gonna explode.
Yeah.
The only way this country will survive it is if that is exposed and the Supreme Court steps up and invalidates the election, puts everything on hold, states that a new election date will be set by the states within 30 days, and the next election will be held solely paper and pencil in person. Other than U.S. military and those infirmed in a hospital, they will get a military absentee ballot, and that'll be confirmed in time so that they get back to be counted. That'll be the only thing that saves the republic if the worst happens. I mean, this a lot of people don't realize how seriously bad this is. I heard somebody say today in the news that this is equal to the Civil War situation with Lincoln when he was elected and stuff, and the problems going on there, which led into the Civil War and the constitutional issues behind it. So to hear somebody today say that's a constitutional scholar and a lawyer and stuff, I hope to God.
We've been in a constitutional crisis for a minute.
Yeah, but this would be more. Right, but this would be more so because the people, if it's found out that this indeed happened in multiple states and it invalidates everybody's votes, the people are gonna go fucking nuts.
Oh yeah.
Especially if the election goes to one side, which it's gonna go to one side either way.
Yeah.
Whichever side it hits hardest is gonna go nuts.
Yeah.
There's
It's
a
getting
lot of
ready to
people.
not be real good.
Huh?
I think it's getting ready to not be so good.
Yeah, there's a shitstorm that's brewing. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's brewing for sure.
Yeah. I'm worried something's gonna happen though to set it off. If you really wanted to get in and somebody wanted to put out a conspiracy, it'd be so easy. Because now somebody could actually come up and say, well, let's see. If that's what's happened now, which we now know is confirmed in Colorado, and let's say 20 other states use those ballot boxes and the same thing happened, somebody released those BIOSes, and then who's to say that this is not the same technique used in 2020? Okay? And then you go from there, they go to the next step and they go, this would explain why they have fought so hard to bury Trump with lawsuits and criminal charges and everything else. It would explain why the left has tried to just bury Trump as much as they could, and maybe even explain why there were 2 known assassination attempts.
Well, I heard one of his subordinates said there was actually 5.
Well, there's something. Yeah, there's some things I can't. With my DoD stuff, I can't talk about certain things. Only what's known public. But yeah, what's known public is only the tip of the iceberg. It's the public has got to fucking wake up. That's all there is to it. These people got to wake up.
Well, I have a feeling they're going to get woke up either the easy way or the hard way. Probably
the hard way.
The way things are, it's always going to be the hard way.
Yeah. Did you hear about the attack that was stopped today? Did you hear about the attack that took place today? And did you hear about the other attack that was stopped today?
You told me about the plane.
Yeah, Russia, the country Russia. They've now attacked 2 countries by doing this because both bombs exploded in 2 different countries, and they're trying to export them to the United States in each of our cities. That's the first one. The second one, which I hope is public by now, they've arrested 2 males here in the U.S. They were just getting ready. They were set and ready to bomb one of our biggest electrical substations to bring the grid down. But they caught them just before they did today. I think it was in Alabama.
Say that one more time. What?
They just caught 2 guys on top of the Russia situation. with Russia trying to get bombs into the U.S. today on DHL aircraft, which exploded in 2 other countries. They arrested today, they caught 2 guys, I think it was Alabama, attempting to place bombs at one of the country's major electrical substation grids. They're trying to bring the grid down.
Oh my God.
Yep. That's today. It should be public in the media by now. Let me look, in fact. I'll let you know if it is. Background state. Either they've buried it or they've... Yep, here it is. FBI thwarts explosive plot to take out the power grid. And it's in Nashville, Tennessee. Oh, Columbia, Tennessee, I guess. They were using a drone packed with explosives, and the FBI was able to stop them before they destroyed the critical infrastructure. And there's a picture of them showing the bombs and everything. 2 different guys.
Of American descent or no?
Well, one's got a name of Philippi, Skylar Philippi. That doesn't sound very American. It's male. Let's see. Maryland woman. Oh, there's another headline. Maryland woman gets prison sentence for conspiring to take out the Baltimore power grid. What's this guy's other person's name? He participated in a Nordic ritual. Maybe that's what he's Nordic, maybe? This is where the New Age begins. Oh, they caught him as next to the powered up drone and an explosive. Doesn't say what his nationality is.
Of course not.
It's a white guy. That's about all you can tell. 2 white guys. But with that name, I bet he's probably from someplace else. Driven by a racially motivated violent extremist ideology, they said. What the hell? A new age begins. Some kind of Nordic ritual, Nordic prayer was involved. But yeah, they caught him right next to the power. The drone was already powered up. And an armed explosive.
Wow.
Jesus. So yeah, it's, you know, about the ballot boxes that have been exploding. You know about that too, right?
You know, she's the same one that illegally took him off the ballot.
Yep. That's right. Yep. Same Secretary of State. Yep. Right now, she should be in handcuffs.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a Class 5 felony to alter those ballot boxes, regardless of the reason. It's written really right, clear in the freaking law. And it was written that way on purpose because of people's concerns about what? Ballot boxes. And she wrote up the document that had the hidden tab of all the machines by every single machine in her state. password for the BIOS. And the difference is, you got your password that you normally log into your computer, right?
Yeah.
You know what the BIOS is, right?
Yeah.
When you boot your machine, it's where all that, the motherboard information is.
Yeah.
And you can secure that with a password too. That's what she gave out. The BIOS.
Wow.
Which basically allows anyone full access to anything on that machine. Whether it's the votes themselves, ballots, the logs, the everything. Camera, video camera, you name it, they have access to everything in that box. Okay, so one of those I enabled must be my culprit. Interesting. Huh.
Yeah, we're in 10 kinds of a mess.
Yep. Sadly, that's true. Damn it. Alright. So now we go backward. Disable. We'll take that one too. What time is it? Yeah, it's 20 after 11. I'll probably finish doing this tomorrow. This because I'm troubleshooting. I've got a mod that's I've enabled all my mods again, but I've got one mod. One of them, I don't know which one yet, is locking it up. That's what I'm trying to figure out. And I'm using my old Navy training to do it. How's that, bro? Basically, split the two ends, and then reduce from one of those. Split it again. Let's see. Import. Master. Start. The only bummer will be is if shit does hit the fan, we'll never get to see Star System done.
Probably not.
Yeah. I always hoped, when I was based in Kansas working on that bunker complex for the government, I always hoped that it'd get released and I'd still be there and I'd just hole up in the bunker and play Star Citizen
Right.
on our own servers.
Head tracking deactivated.
I mean, heck, Okay, so that loaded without a problem. So which one is it? Now I gotta split the difference again. Alright, let's try. Let me check this on mods. I'm hoping that's not it, because I want that one to work.
Yeah, it would definitely suck if I can't complete as much. Of course, the money ain't gonna matter at that point, right?
Yep, that's true. And I've been, people I know like you and Pigil and them. Once, if I have word of something, I intend on trying to give certain people a heads up.
That's information possible.
Yep. Well, if it's gonna go, if it's happening, I'm gonna let people know it's happening. That way they have, some time to get ready.
Yep.
I did that. I can't remember if you were part of us when COVID started. Yeah, because
I didn't come around until much later.
Yeah, because my other affiliation, I knew about 6 weeks prior to everything changing, and so I started letting some people know. And at first, people were like, "Yeah, right," but I convinced them, and later on, a bunch of them thanked me because had they not believed me and done what I said to do, which was go out and stock up on some food and stuff like that, some of them were in Europe, which were complete, utter lockdowns totally. With tanks in the streets.
Right.
They were like, we'd have starved to death if you hadn't have said something. So, and they're like, how you knew? I don't know. I said, well, I can't talk about it, but, and my family was even like, yeah, right, Dad. That kind of thing. But I don't know how I convinced my daughters to it was like, just humor me. Go grocery shopping with whatever money you've got. Stock up for a few months. And they did. And now today, it's like I say something, they're like, okay, will you keep us posted? Now they believe me when I say something. Damn it. So that is the one that's fucking broken. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. I never really fell a whole lot for that mess, but.
Yeah, but a lot of people got stuck in the lockdown. They couldn't even go grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Luckily,
we didn't have a whole lot of those issues.
Neither did we. Here in Wisconsin, everybody refused. They tried locking down, and we all said no. They tried taking our guns, saying they were gonna. Half the state marched on the Capitol. Wow. And I'm not talking about gun nuts. I'm talking about farmers, rural people. We all.
Oh, you guys went with all the tractors and stuff.
Yeah, we marched down there to the Capitol building, even from northern Wisconsin, hundreds of miles away, and said, "Oh, it's not happening." And 24 hours later, they reversed it. Because we're standing on the Capitol with our guns going, you're not doing it. And of course, the liberals are screaming, arrest them, they got guns. Yeah, it's in our Constitution, you moron. Not the big one, I mean even our state Constitution.
Right, but they have to test the waters to see what they can get away with and what they can't.
Yep. I have a video, I'll have to send you the link. I'll have to send you the link. I have a video. We needed some staples, ketchup, salt, something like that. And I walked into the Walmart, and some lady, wearing a mask, of course, tried to stop me and say I had to put a mask on and blah, blah, blah. And I had a video attached to me. Just a little camera is attached to my, the lip of my, it wasn't very big. It wasn't like a GoPro or anything. It was just a little iCam. And Oh, actually, it was on my glasses. And I looked at her and said, I'm not wearing a fucking mask. Well, you can't come in without a mask. Yes, I can. And you're not going to stop me. I need food.
Right.
And you cannot stop me from going in and buying food. And I was armed. And she just kept going, and I just walked right by her. And finally, she fell behind. And there was another lady standing probably 30 feet in farther. And as I walked by, you can hear her on the video just chuckling with a big grin on her face. Another employee. But you can hear her on the video chuckling.
I guess my state was one of the 27 that they put on that list. My attorney general actually filed suit against DOJ for trying to pull those shenanigans.
Who won?
I think they're blocked. He just filed it today, so they cannot. I'm presuming they can't come into the state unless the judge. I didn't hear the outcome of it. I just heard late, like 7, 8 o'clock tonight,
Uh-huh.
that attorney general had actually filed whatever injunction against them or whatever.
Huh.
So I'm hoping they won't be here harassing people.
Yep.
I don't even
Well,
understand it.
the thing that I'm going to turn off the stream. The thing that gets me